I would like to shout out one of my subscribers, Shiz Poe, for sending me the story, and it is coming out of Lehigh from Lehigh University. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I wonder if the person who sent me this saw the poll that I posted up from a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about who can out white supremacist a white person, where one of the options was Asians. Well, this story is going to line right up with that. But in this picture, you see on the left someone by the name of Yukai Yang, and on the right is a individual by the name of Jawan Royal. Both of them are 22 years old, and they both went to the same school, and they were both roommates. Now, before I get into the story, you're going to realize that this story has a lot of similarities with a story that True Royal Family, and shout out to True Royal Family, covered a lot on her channel, especially around the time when it happened last year with a young black college student by the name of Jazzy Rowe. So I hope by me saying this right here, you understand where I'm headed with this. So the incident that happened here is that apparently Yukai Yang had some ill will towards Jawan Royal. We don't really know as to why he had any kind of animosity towards him, but he had enough animosity towards him that not only did he put racist graffiti on his property, but like Jazzy Rowe's roommate, he tried to poison him. As a matter of fact, he was successful in poisoning him, but not enough to the point where it would have killed him. So basically what Yukai Yang did was he took a foreign chemical and put it and mixed it in Jawan Royal's mouthwash. And naturally, that's something he's going to use every day. And he, used the mouthwash as usual after, brush your teeth, take your hygiene. But then he noticed something was different this time. He said he noticed something was burning in his mouth, something like it was inflamed. And he was like, I know that a lot of alcohol, not alcohol is what it does, but a lot of mouthwashes do have alcohol in them, and it does leave like a tingly sensation, but not to the point where it feels like it's burning in your mouth. And he was wondering, like, he didn't know what was going on. And it turns out that he did indeed tamper with his stuff, and he poisoned him, or he tried to kill him. They said that he turned himself in on Thursday, and they said he was an international student from China, and he was charged with attempted homicide, aggravated assault, simple assault, and reckless endangerment. They said that he sickened his roommate with small amounts of thallium and possibly other chemicals over the course of a few months. So he was poisoning his roommate for a few months at a time. That's why I said this story has a lot of similarities to the Jazzy Rowe one. The only difference is the genders. And I guess you could say the race. Her roommate was white. His roommate is Chinese. And of course the genders are different. Those were two women, and these are two men. Right here. If I was Jawan Royal, I would sue the fuck out of him and make sure he feels the burn just like he did with my mouthwash. If that were me. You can look at the picture in his mugshot. He's looking away. He can't even look directly in the eyes of the lens when he's getting his mugshot taken. He knows what he did was messed up, and he knows what he did was wrong. And I'm looking at this, and it says thallium is a toxic metal that is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, and can be fatal if consumed. So he is very lucky that he did not die. He's very fortunate he didn't die. And see, with mouthwash, you don't drink mouthwash. It's just something you wish around in your mouth and you spit it back out. So, but still, the contaminants are still there in the mouth. And he did this over the course of a few months. So either he did enough where he didn't want to kill the roommate, but he just wanted to, make him feel harmed, or he, didn't, he just, I don't know. And to be honest, I had never heard of thallium until this article. And like I said, he also put racist graffiti on his property. Like, he clearly is a racist. And I asked, who tries to out white supremacist a white person? and Asians was definitely on there. And I think when the final polls came back, they were the second highest amount of votes behind feminists. And here's more additional proof right here. It said he drank water. He drank from a water bottle in his room and he felt a burning in his mouth. He said he mixed it into his food, drinks, and his mouthwash. So he put it in anything that he knew he would consume through the mouth. Like I said, this is like Jazzy Rowe all over again. And this happened back in February, and we're just now learning of this story. And I think it's only because this is what recently came out. I think at the time, all they had was the racist graffiti, but now we're learning about the poisoning. It said he became ill multiple times, and his symptoms included dizziness, shaking, and vomiting. And it said he became progressively worse. He said his blood tested positive for the chemical, and he was treated for thallium poisoning. He said he was confronted by royal sickness in a follow-up interview in May, a month after he was separately charged with ethnic intimidation, institutional vandalism, and criminal mischief for allegedly scrawling a racial epithet on a desk in their room. Oh, this motherfucker right here. He should let him get one-on-one time with him just to beat the shit out of him. And to make it fair, let this Yukai Yang have his hands cuffed behind his back and his feet shackled to the floor. I think that's fair. Because he could have killed him. And I hope to God that he's not one of those forgiving types and everything like that. I want so bad that he takes the most extreme legal action against this person. Because he could have died from this. He's very lucky that he didn't die from this. Extremely lucky. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments about this story. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.